Alright, so entirely possible this is going to be a half a normal, like, natural lighting video, and then half of it, like, well, daytime video, we call nighttime video. But, like, half it's going to be using the sun, whatever sunlight that's left, and then half it's going to be, like, the light in my room. I'm still, even though I had it figured out for, like, what, years now? No, like a year at most. I still don't like doing nighttime videos. But without further ado, let's get into the complete October 2024 graphic novel haul. And I am happy to announce that this is the first time in many, many months that every last book came in before the start of the next month. So no November 5th video, and then I hate that so much. Like, that was annoying. And it was only like November 6th, and I was already like it's obvious that's going to happen if you're dealing with third-party sellers who aren't as quick as Amazon is. Perfectly understandable. It was still annoying that it happened. But this, because I ordered them, honestly, it was only 5 days earlier than normally had been ordering them. Although one time it was 28th, one month it was a bit later than normal. 1 month it was, actually 2 months that happened. One was because we were on vacation when I normally would order them, and the other one was just because we kept forgetting about it, but it was like busy when I was starting work and everything, and it was kind of, all that kind of stuff. I think even I forgot. I don't remember exactly, but point is, let's get on with it. That was in August, that last time, and then April was the other time I was away on vacation. That we couldn't prevent. That one did piss me off, because I was thinking about it constantly. Alright, so, I don't know why I put this guy away. I'm going to show him off. Alright, so first and foremost, this is the complete September 2024 comic haul. Oh, sorry, October. Complete October 2024 graphic novel haul. And after, like, almost a year of waiting, almost a full year of waiting, I got another A-OK unboxing from my fellow Instagram subscriber I didn't mention last time, Unruly Simeon. He's done this at least once per year. He's not technically subscribed to me on here. I remember when he commented on a video, I checked to see if he was subscribed. At least he's not a public subscribe on my YouTube channel. So I always will say Instagram until I see he's subscribed here on YouTube. I'll do that. I'll probably check that in a few. But he doesn't really comment on here. He hasn't commented on here in a while. No, that's not against him at all, obviously. But this is the first time in a long time I'll be showing off floppies. And that's why the thumbnail is going to be a bit weird. I don't know exactly how it's going to show off. If it doesn't show off the floppies, it doesn't show off the floppies. There's nothing I can really do about it. Maybe tomorrow. I won't do tomorrow. It's that I'm already losing sunlight, so I can't take a picture of it and have it come out looking good. And I already moved a bunch of stuff over, so we'll see. We'll see. But without further ado, let's get into it. First up is Hercules. This is what's called, it's a slab. I looked up after I uploaded the video when I initially took these off. And it's a slab. It's a 9.6 copy. I'm trying to get the lighting, the glare and all on the book. A 9.6 copy of Hercules issue 1. No real, what do you call it? It's a, what do you call a minor key, and I don't think it's even that. No major key. It's on the first appearance of Hercules. I don't think it's even his first ongoing series. Actually, it's a limited series, so they wouldn't count it as that. I don't even think it's his first limited series. So, because I'm not seeing anything on here. However, that does not mean that it's not still a great, awesome thing to have in my collection. Slabs look so damn good on, like, shelves and everything like that I almost want to put it on my comic shelf, but I'm going to take it off every time I pull out a comic from my shelf. Would be a pain in the ass. I might still do that, though. I tried putting it on my comic shelf I have, if I can do it correctly, can we? Right there, that you see those books on with the posters. That's where I have my comic shelf. I might put on the other side, where there's still comics, obviously, but I think it was hard to do that. I think it looked like it was gonna fall. Yeah, I can just get stands for them, but I have makeshift stands, as in just putting them against walls and whatnot, and that works fine. But they still look awesome, and honestly, either way, it complements my comic room. This is my room, I just don't know that. I have like all my movies, you can see back there, my comics over there. It's basically a man cave. The only thing it's missing is a TV and video games, and it'd be a complete man cave. Nerd cave, actually, if you will, excluding video games. But it does, these two floppies do complement the man cave, which is really nice. Nerd cave, I guess you call it. Then he gifted me the original 4-issue miniseries of Batman Year One, which is, I think I put these in order. I hope I did. Part 1, 2, 3, and 4. Even if these even if these aren't worth as much as I initially thought they were, yet again, it is is amazing to have these in my collection. This, along with the slab, I will not be selling right away. At the very least, I will not be selling them right away. I will probably never sell them. So some he give it. The first time he gave me a lot of like little key issues here and there, minor keys. Those I might sell. But nowadays, like, I have a job. The only time I was thinking of selling them was when I wanted to have more money to spend. And even then, I was just relying on yard sales and having maybe, just maybe, there'll be a comic collector coming by and he'll want to buy them off me, or OfferUp if I got lucky there. And I've actually stopped doing OfferUp. That's how much I've forgotten about OfferUp. I should say it's gone now. Like, I don't even have an account there anymore, I don't think. My dog likes to bark at that thing. I don't know if it's people coming home. But she's like really barking now. Surprised my dad's letting that happen. But losing my train of thought. Oh yeah, but so these, because I have a job and because I don't have to pay too many bills, I have a good amount of money. Hence the comics that I got that you'll see, and I will tell you when I'm done with the AOK, the gifts, and I'll show off what I got. But it's 18 books that I count as the books I bought, because I obviously am not counting the books that I got as the gifts. But the books I bought myself are 18 of them, and that was like $160, and that's what I'll be able to spend each and every month. And that is still a good amount of still a good amount to spend on books, especially when I do the cheat code of putting in of going to third-party sellers that sell them at a cheaper price. That's like the ultimate cheat code. My dog barks like that. I completely lose my train of thought, and then I'm trying to get it back on. I'm trying to get the train back on the rails, and now I'm failing. Okay, so I was saying about the books, about getting a job, and I have disposable income. So yeah, like, I'm able to spend the amount that I'm able to spend. I'm happy with. I'm satisfied with it per month. Sure, I do want to spend more, and there probably will come months where I'm like, you know what, these books are coming out. It's a bunch of books coming out this month that I want. When it come March 2025, I will definitely try and spend a lot more than 160. When East of West Compendium comes out, I want to try and get all of Jonathan Hickman's Image Comics work, and not wait until May. So that will probably be when I break that rule again, and then but time will tell if I do that. But no, I will be doing that. But that will, that's going to come when it comes. And it's entirely, and time will tell, I think I meant to say, time will tell if East of West Compendium still sticks with its March 2025 release date. Image Comics and comics in general are just famous for delaying and delaying and delaying, even after COVID. Just like, in COVID days, yeah, it made sense. But nowadays, they'll be like, oh yeah, March 5th. Yeah. So we're gonna make that July 15th, 2027. No reason, because the even though all these issues have been released for years now, and all the trades have been out for years now, I still want to make it 2026. As you know, 2027. That happens sometimes. Not that long, but it's so annoying. That's why I don't pre-order books that well in advance. One book was a pre-order, and part of me was thinking, it's gonna get delayed for no reason, isn't it? And thank God it didn't. Moving on to Hercules, and this one I will be reading myself. I have Year One in a graphic novel form, and I can't open the slab, obviously, so those will stay unopened. Hercules will be open because I don't have this anywhere else, and I have the prequel to this as well for Bob Layton's run on Hercules. So this, I did not mention this before. It did. Duh. I for whatever reason, I thought that I didn't show it off before, but I have. But Bob Layton writes this Hercules series. This is Hercules, Prince of Power, Full Circle. I believe this one is a sequel to Hercules, Prince of Power. He said read Prince of Power first, but he didn't specify. So because he didn't say Full Circle, I'm just going to assume that he means Full Circle comes after the hardcover, the trade paperback, of course. Alright, cool. Alright, so now moving on to the trades. I'm going to show Hercules right off the bat, just because it's the last Marvel book, and the rest are all the same publisher. But this is Hercules, Prince of Power. This is written by... Story and art is done by Bob Layton. Colors by Christy Schlee and Bob Sharon. And then Rick Parker... Okay, that's just a letter. Doesn't like, count as much. I don't really care about that as much. Yeah, still good with lighting. You can still see it pretty good. But this is the artwork for this series. You can tell it is an older book. Now, that is one thing I am really skeptical about. I think ever since I've read Mutant Massacre, I've had I'm really strict about any comic that's pre-90s. Because Mutant Massacre, I know most of you guys have fond memories of collecting all the issues and reading them with your friends and maybe even family or all that shit, but I hated Mutant Massacre. It was a mess. And of course you had Walter Simonson's, I hate to say this is my opinion, overrated run on Thor. Yeah, I know it's blasphemous for me to say, but that's because I'm not a huge fan of Thor pre-1990s. Like, it's that in Doctor Strange, I just can't get into it, no matter what. Even Roger Stern's run, Doctor Strange, I liked enough, but have no desire to check it out. Like, I think the omnibus coming out, I'm like, nah, pass. But I did like Daredevil Born Again. Like, I'm not too picky, but it usually is like groundbreaking stuff that I really like Born Again, and even that was 86, and Man Without Fear, and there's another one that was like 80s I liked. That Death of Jean DeWolf Spider-Man and Kraven's Last Hunt Spider-Man, like those ones I like. I don't completely boycott it, obviously, but back then I was like, oh my god, this is torture when I was reading Mutant Massacre. But Hercules, Prince of Power. And then, okay, let me try to do something in here. Okay, nothing I gotta answer right away. I made a post on Instagram earlier today showing off the books I'm going to be showing off here, and I was making sure that no comments I need to answer right away. Not that I would, not that I feel need to answer it right away, obviously. It's just I like getting comments on Instagram posts, and I was just curious if anything. All right, moving on. So yeah, I already showed off that book. That was Prince of Power. Very cool. So I'll stuck it here for now, I guess. Because I'll be reading Hercules, Prince of Power soon. I gotta put it in that pile. It's kind of funny. It's the first time I've done that in a long time. Especially the book I just bought. It's the first time I've done that. Well, just got. It's a gift, not bought. Got. Okay, now on to the books I bought myself. All these are from Image, and some of these you guys are gonna hate me for buying it. Especially, I just said Walter Simonson's run on Thor. I hate. I don't hate it, and again, I want to keep giving it chances, but when I was reading the issues for Mutant Massacre, I was like, I don't give a single shit about any of these characters. I kind of did when it was the, I think it was, what was the guy's name? Volstagg, maybe? And the kids. That reminded me a lot of the Journey into Mystery, Kieran Gillen, with that little side plot there. And I like that. That was interesting to me, but everything else was kind of like, I don't know. But I think I should give him. I think I should give his run another shot. But time will tell if I actually end up doing that. But that is like, it's a good example of what my tastes in comics are. If it doesn't adhere to my taste, I'm not gonna like it. I just don't like the dialogue in those old Thor comics. Thus, I'm not gonna like that. You know, they still said verily and still talked mostly Shakespearean back then. I just did not like that talk. You know, that dialogue, and it was just kind of like my Thor is like, I liked some. And I think I will like Heroes Reborn. I loved JMS's run on Thor. That was really good, and Kieran Gillen's Journey into Mystery. So modern Thor is my Thor. But anything before, I'm going so far as to say anything before the 2000s is not my Thor. But moving on, now we're on to the Image books. First one up being Alex de Campi's. I know, she's a terrible person. I completely agree, but this is a great example of separating the art from the artist. Yet again, I'll mention that. So it's written by Alex de Campi, artwork done by Christina Larson. I'm talking about light. It's way too dark here. And it's gonna get darker just as time goes on. It's just gonna get darker as time goes on. Here. this maybe? That'll be a little bit better. Alright. The lighting is always fine in these nighttime videos. It's just I really don't like doing them if I don't have to, but whatever. But yeah, so I said the artist. So here's the artwork for Valentine. So this collects the first 10 chapters in like a webcomic. It's a webcomic first. That's why this book is so small. It's because that's the way it was presented on the web, was like this, like smaller size, smaller panels. Yeah, they could have and should have made it like an oversized shape paperback, or just at least a standard size. Here, a little bit closer here. Move all those away. Just don't want to get the light in there. The light glare. You can still do that. Still good. Yeah, Valentine, first 10 issues of that was a webcomic first. Now it's a trade paperback. And it's officially the smallest trade paperback I own in general from Image Comics. Which I don't, you guys already know when I showed you guys Long Hot Summer, I was kind of pissed off about that, how small the book was. But whatevs, what you gonna do? Then we have another, so taking a little break from Alex Campy books. I did get everything she's done for Image Comics, the rest of what I needed. So if you want to know what I have from her, it's everything she's done for Image. That's more me being a completist. Like, it does not matter who the author is. If I like them enough, I want everything they've done for Image Comics. Every last thing. And I will not stop until I do get everything. Alright, next one up is Marwth Vallis. This is written by and drawn by Epic. It's EPHK. Weird name for a weird comic. I've not read one page of this book, but the way that this book is presented is just strange. First of all, tiny book. Second of all, this book is about Martians, and it's like a sci-fi, and it's presented in this dialogue, Martian dialogue. So it basically is a wordless graphic novel. Because I don't think they even have, I mean, look at the end here, I don't think they have a translation. They don't. It's just, it's supposed to be like that. It turned me off a little bit at first, but I still want this book. I still piqued my interest, despite the fact that it has that one little weird thing about it. But it'll be a quick read. If I want to read something front to back, I'll pick, and I don't want to take too much time on it, I'll pick this, and I just want to read this book in general. So, just buyer beware for that. If you want dialogue-heavy scenes, you're not going to get that with this book. Now, on to the next book, and now on to standard size trade paperbacks now. This is Our Bones Dust, written by Ben Steinbeck, not Steinbeck, as I initially thought. He does the artwork as well, story and art. The colorist is Dave Stewart. So here is the artwork for Our Bones Dust. If Ben Steinbeck sounds familiar, he collaborated a lot with Mike Mignola. He was always the artist, but he collaborated a lot with Mike Mignola. So, big name for for Hellboy fans and Hellboy universe, and just Mike Mignola fans in general. So there you go. That's a reason to buy that. And this one collects all 4 issues of this series, all in one trade paperback. I don't know why I said it like that. I was distracted a little bit. But Marwth Vallis is a never told graphic novel, so no previously collected issues. It's all one. Yeah, all 4 issues in this graphic novel, written by Ben Steinbeck. Again, he was the artwork too. A lot of praise. Mike Mignola, ironically enough, gives it praise. Like a little blurb here. So is Frank Whiteley, Unique Paquette. For this book, Brendan Graham gave it praise. That was about the only name. The other one was Michael Hacker from the comic called Steroid Man. Cool. Never heard of it, or him, or of him. And Valentine has 0 blurbs here. Alright, moving on to Bloodrik. Now, this one was one that I had bought off of women. I know he's doing this coming out. I know pretty much every Image comic trade that's coming out. I can't tell you on the top of my head, but there's hardly any that fall under my radar. Sometimes it happens, but most time I know each and every Image trade that's coming out. Sometimes I'll forget, and I'll be behind on them, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's coming out this month. Gotta put that on my little wish list. But, again, I know they're coming out. So I always knew Bloodrik was coming out, but I never really gave it much thought, other than, yeah, I'll get it when it comes out. Didn't, because I had so much to get in July, and I finally decided when I had a gift card to spend it on that and Our Bones Dust. And I am so damn glad I did, because the day I order it, your boy Zach, who is probably one of the toughest critics of modern comics now, of modern comics, I think he is actually the toughest critic of modern comics, so I'll start giving it a chance, gave this book such high praise. Like, I think he would actually, like, just say in general, it's a damn good comic. So I was so damn glad I bought this book. Like, absolutely stoked I have this comic now. It's written and drawn by Andrew Cranky. He says Cranky, I want to say Cranky because it's a funny little pun. Not my best material, but a funny little pun. And there's the incredible artwork for this comic. And honestly, as is, and what caused me to buy this book was one word and one word only. Barbarian. That's all I need. Conan? Alright. Hannah Rose? No, I don't know that. Sounds familiar, though. I don't know why. She's comic book resources, CBR, so there we go. They're not allowed to say that comics that are geared towards men are good. I thought CBR hated those kinds of... I don't know anymore. I don't keep up with what CBR said, or what this one guy from CBR said, or this rogue employee does this. The only thing that interested me was that rogue employee, like, exposing CBR for the corrupt journalist site that they are. I still think that, but I don't care enough to look into it that much more. Saint Mercy Volume 2, Godland, by John Sir Platten, with artwork by Antilo Rojo, who I guess also does the colors, doesn't say. But this series I've been waiting for ever since I found out about this author in general. So way back in the day, I had gotten this book, I found out about this book called Revolvers. And I always just put it aside. I was like, I'm going to get it for Christmas, I'm going to get it for my birthday, I'm going to get it this Christmas, I'm going to get it now. Just never ended up getting it. And then until finally in March, I was like, you know what, I'm going to bite the bullet and finally get Saint Mercy. And, I'm finally going to get Revolvers. And that month it was ironic because I also got Matt Kint's Image Comics work, Cosmic Detective. It's like, hey, there's a Vertigo series by Matt Kindt called Revolvers, with an S at the end, pluralized. So I'm going to get Revolver by, I honestly forget. I'm going to get Revolver by John Sir Platten. And I got that. Found out the hard way that he also was writing a book, also had another book out from Image called Saint Mercy. And then found out there's a sequel coming out next month, and I'm a completist already, so that pisses me off. And I'm like, great, now March is a completely wasted of a comic haul, because I was already getting a pretty expensive book called Sex Criminals that was already like, what, 30, 40 bucks? 50 bucks, I think it was. Yes, 50 bucks. And I didn't have everything that Matt Fraction did for Image. I was already breaking that rule just so I could get Sex Criminals. So I was just kind of like, oh, come on, let's go. Not let's go, the opposite, let's go. Come on now. I'm a completist. I need to have everything the author has done. You know, it's not enough to have the entire series. I have everything the author has done too. But that's why I was waiting for it. Just that's the sole reason. I know, it's weird, but I'm weird like that. So, just have like there we go. I thought it was a bit dark. We're good. Yes, all 4 issues of this miniseries collected in this trade. A lot of 4-issue miniseries here. It's kind of funny. You're going to see that consistency continue on with 2 more books, at least. Next series is Volume 1. Okay, so Volume 1, 2. Cool, 2. Volume 1, 2, cool. I just realized there's sticker residue in this one, too. Drumhellar Volume One by Riley Rossmo, who also has the artwork. So it is the story, art, and colors all done by Riley Rossmo. Alex Link joining him on the script, and color flats done by Carl Fan. Then here is the artwork for Drumhellar. This collects This collects the first 5 issues of Drumhellar. I don't know a single thing about the series, but I was just like, hey, it's Riley Rossmo. He's more known for being an artist. That's kind of cool. He's doing a series now, and he's writing a series now, and also he does the artwork for it, and the artwork looks actually pretty decent. That's cool, because if you asked me what he did, I would tell you right off the bat he's done artwork for Megan Fitzpatrick's Robin series everyone hates that, but I still bought it. Thankfully on sale, but I still bought it to see how bad it was. That's what I tell you. Yeah, I know now he's done Harley Quinn and a bunch of other stuff, but I would say right at the bat, Robin. And that artwork looked absolutely atrocious. I don't think a single person on this this grand green earth, however you say that, is going to say, unless they're being paid or they're just, just like bad artwork, and don't mind it, they're gonna say it's terrible artwork. It reminds me of Squirrel Girl artwork. And it's nice to know that Valentine Rossmo, he actually can be a good artist if he tries hard enough. If he cares enough. I'm not going to say anything if he cared about Robin or not, but if he cares enough, maybe that's what it's going on. I don't know. But this is specifically called Drumhellar Volume One, Badlands and Bad Trips, collecting the first 5 issues of this series. And so far, no one that I recognize gave this a blurb. I don't care though. I had no real expectations. Thus, I can't be let down, right? Okay, Drumhellar Volume 2, which collects 6 through 10, the remaining 5 issues of this series. Specifically, it's called Drumhellar Volume 2, Dogs and Gods, collecting 6 through 8 of the series. Now, when I have both volumes 1 and 2 of a series in the same month, I don't show the artwork for Volume 2. I only do that if I didn't get Volume 1 this month. Then I'll show the artwork for Volume 2, and and going upwards. If I somehow get like Volume 9, which actually it'll be next month. When I get Volume 9 of Monstrous, I will be showing the artwork of Volume 9. And it's gonna have spoilers probably, but that's what I do. I like showing the artwork. It makes the overall video seem more complete. And that's why I don't do the artwork for Volume 2 if I have Volume 1. So just in case there's a huge spoiler at the start of issue 6. Like, say someone dies at the end of issue 5, and their gravestone is the first thing you see when you open the book on Volume 2's in issue 6, Just in case. And no blurbs here. Well, from anyone that I recognize. And it's just a bunch of, like, IGN clones, as I call them. Same thing here for this book. This one is it says Rebel Blood. Yet again, same creative team, but this one only collects 4 issues of the entire series. Like, so the entire 4-issue series collected here. Valentine Rossmo, I think, again, does the... So, plot, Alex Link, and Valentine Rossmo. Special thanks for Noah Rossmo for plot contributions. That's pretty cool. Husband, son, whatever. Scriptor is Alex Link and Valentine Rossmo. Sorry, art is Valentine Rossmo. Okay, a bit confusing, but there you go. So this is all actually this is all. I'm not mistaken. All the artwork is done by Valentine Rossmo. No help from anyone else. But there you go. Valentine Rossmo artwork and writing too. For Rebel Blood. Next up, and I know how much issues this collects. I've done a video before this, which is nice. It's always nice. Pigs Volume 1, Hello Cruel World, collects 1 through 4 of Pigs, written by Nate Cosby and Ben McCool. Artist is Brino Tamura, and with Will Sliney. And again, yeah, that does piss me off. Color artist Chris Sotomayor, and with Donna Gregory. But yeah, that's pissed me off when there's a co-author, and I don't realize that until I've already bought it. Because again, I'm buying it for the main author, and I find out there's a co-author. It leads me to believe that the co-author did more than the author did, like a James Patterson situation. And now like I gotta see what this guy's done. Oh, sometimes what happened. Like, oh, this guy has done a lot for Image Comics. It's just the completist in me. I know it's weird, and why specifically Image? Like, for getting a bunch when I buy books, I just get from Image. It's the way I've been. Like, I just haven't looked back since. I have the best track record with Image as far as indie publishers go, and I'm a completist at heart, so I don't want to get just Roger Stern's run on Spider-Man and consider that to be complete. you know, I mean, it's an omnibus a lot. It's one of those things. But when it comes to the library and sales and digital comic sales, that's the only time I buy Kindle books now. Yeah, I go any publisher I want. Mostly everything by image. I want every image book, every image trade I have, I want it to be in physical format. So I get that shelf over there looking really nice. But Pigs Volume One, Hello Cruel World, again 1 through 4. Again, when I said for the creative team. And then Volume 2 is the same, but Volume 2 is called San Quentin Blues. And for whatever reason, I feel like I didn't show up the artwork for Volume 1 of Pigs. Let's do it again. There's the artwork for Pigs. Just in case I forgot. I feel like I did. And honestly, the deja vu was not creeping in when I just showed the artwork. And usually, because I just do this, I just like flip the random page. Oh, here's the artwork for La Mano del Destino. This one collects all 6 issues of the series, written and drawn by Jay Gonzo. I'll do it again. I feel like that wasn't good enough showing off the artwork. Nope. Nope. Nice. So this one was like a luchador. It sounded pretty interesting. And then he gets like something happens. It's like, I heard luchador, and I'm like, that's pretty interesting. You don't see a lot of comics being written by luchadors, so why not? And also, this is an artist turned author. Like Australia Rosmo, he's an artist turned author, Jay Gonzo. Who also does the artwork too, coincidentally enough. But Jay Gonzo, I recognize that name from La Tato del Rambo, whatever that book was called. And initially, I thought he was the author, so it's like, oh, I didn't get everything, and the images, they did that thing again. But no, it was just me thinking about the artist more than, I think about the artist rather than the author, and I'm getting confused myself, but there you go. But I still got it. I'm glad I got it too. Completes me for that, at least. Now, the rest of these are all written by Alex DeCampi. So if you want to leave because of that reason, whatever. But those of you who want to stick around, let's continue. Next up is Mayday, written by Alex DeCampi, with artwork done by Tony Parker, color art done by Blonde. Collecting all. All right, let's go. Let's get demonetized. You ready for this? There you go. There, for those guys who stuck around, there you go. Getting demonetized too. It was just funny. I just so happened to come across that. But all 5 issues of this series are collected. All 5 issues of this mini series collected in this trade. I already went over everything else. This next series is 3-issue series, and that is No Mercy. Volume 1 is 1 through 4. Volume 2 is 5 through 9. And Volume 3 is 10 to 14. This is the aforementioned series I mentioned before that I had read and really liked. Now, one thing I will mention is that each and every Alex DeCampi book I bought this month, they're all from third-party sellers. So I believe technically she doesn't receive a penny from me. It's the third-party sellers that receive money from me, because I think these are all used like new. And again, well, except for 2 that were used very good, which means again someone else had this before I did, so they don't have to give Alex DeCampi a single cent unless they were a comic book store and it was a new copy. Then they would have to. But I think when it's used, even used like new, they don't have to give her a single penny. Because used like new sometimes just being like, someone maybe flipped through it or someone gave it to us. Yeah, that's right. It's exactly what it means. It's like a mom and pop shop, and people give them books, and they don't know if the person that gave it to them has read it before, so they have to at the most they can only say used like new, unless it's original packaging. But that's how I believe that's how it works. I'm almost positive. Anyways, moving on. But No Mercy, I remember really liking. I remember being one of those page-turning comics. I was really eager to check out the next volume. And again, it's separating the art from the artist. If I can do it, most other people can't do it. There are exceptions. I will never buy a book by Amber Heard. I will never buy a book by I'll never buy a book by Ta-Nehisi Coates. Even if he does something for Image, I'll probably boycott. I'll probably go on there to read it, and maybe not maybe for free somehow, or bring a library to have it. But when it comes to authors that they've done something, I know they did something really, really heinous after the fact I read the book, I'm still like, I just want to own this, And she's a terrible person. She led to she was one of the reasons why Episcor killed himself, unfortunately. Very, very sad thing that happened, and she needs to be held responsible for her actions. And she's not really been held responsible for her actions, other than a few people messaging her on Twitter. That's about it. But anyways, going on to let's start talking about that. So the artist is colorist P. McNeil, I think, or she's a colorist, and I believe Jen Mingley Lee is the letterer. I think, I don't know. It's not saying. It's really strange. But here is the artwork for No Mercy. Again, a series I remember liking. Sue the hell out of me for liking a book by a murderer, or maybe a murderer. I hesitate to say murderer, but I also don't hesitate to say murderer. Like, I honestly, like, it just kind of, it depends on how much I learn. The more I learn, the more I lean towards murderer, but the more I, again, moving on. I'm not going to become a drama channel. I'm a comic review channel. I usually keep the writer's politics and personal life out of the reviews, unless there's a reason to put it in, to put it in there, like how it is for this one. So again, Volume 2 and Volume 3. I'll show you. And actually covers. And at the very least, I show the covers. There you go. Volume 2, Volume 3. Now, Volume 3 was actually used very good. I really can't tell. A little bit of thing here actually. I just noticed, but that's fine. Kind of has to be fine. What you gonna do about it? Alright. Okay. Alright. Next one up is Dracula motherfucker. Dracula motherfucker is how I say it. Yet again written by Alex DeCampi. Artwork done by Erica Henderson. Whatever. No, actually, no, we'll go again. I knew there was two Alex DeCampi, Erica Henderson books back to back, but I thought that was the last one that I'll be showing off, but it's not. So here's the artwork for Dracula motherfucker, and this is a original graphic novel, and so are the rest actually. The rest are all OGN, so if I don't mention that, it's an OGN. If I forget to mention it. Oh, and also, library book. Before I had it in my collection, it was a library book in a library. And no, it's not the one in my, the friggin', it's on an interloan book that it's nowhere near my location at all. It's just coincidentally enough a library, because it's a used book. You guys know what I'm trying to say. I am sure you do. Hopefully you're picking up and putting down. But I always like that. Actually, it's the first time, because the last, I want to say this has only happened in total 3 times. And it's happened my birthday of this year. I'm still counting that LC copyright as a library book. As a library copy, and it's a library barcode. Plus library book. And it happened before on this past Christmas, my birthday last year, and Christmas of last year. So 4 times total. 3 if you don't count my birthday this past year. Which maybe we shouldn't count it. But it's funny how it happened, and I just want to keep it consistent, and I have thus far. But as far as like monthly comic hauls go, non-holiday and special occasion holidays go, how you want to call a birthday, as far as traditions go, just normal month is the first time it's happened. It's really funny. Moving on, Parasocial, same creative team, Alex DeCampi writes, Erica Henderson draws this series. This one sounded pretty interesting. It's exactly what it sounds like, a parasocial relationship, and it turns deadly. You would imagine it does. It's gonna be some kind of twist. And it's really interesting. And parasocial relationships in general have always really interested me. I will admit I do have some parasocial relationships with people I've not met face to face before. I don't include my little podcast with Legion of Comics. I don't count that as a parasocial relationship because I've seen them face to face technically, or my career advisors. I've met her face to face technically. I'm talking about people I've never met. That's exactly what it is. Like people, like social media, like other YouTubers I've never met face to face, like Jack's Films. The parasocial relationship is someone who's not on YouTube but does make videos online. I think you know where I'm going with that. I don't think I need to explain it, so we're going to move on. I showed the artwork already. I'm going to show it again because for whatever reason, I feel like I haven't. Same page, I'm sure. But it's kind of interesting. At the very least, like, I'm not going to look up what every single author... The books I got from the library today, and just in total, but in general, the books I picked at the library... I am not going to go through every single book and be like, okay, what, Dale Krause, let's see his Instagram and his Twitter. I'm not going to do that. Like, I don't need to do that before I read their book. When I read their book and I like it, I like it. I don't like it, I don't like it. And I'm not going to let their Instagram or Twitter or whatever how they are online or in person, I'm not going to let that affect my overall enjoyment of their work. Separate the art from the artist. Okay, last but not least, we have Bad Karma. Alex Can't Be Rights, Ryan Howe. Actually, I look it up because I think. Nope, doesn't say. Ryan Howe, I'm going to assume, is the artist, and D. Knief is the letterer / colorist, or whatever it is. I don't know. All I know is that it's a thick hardcover, and I think it's the first printing. I don't know. They said first printing was limited to 4,000 copies, so cool. But it's not out of print at all. I can get a book, you can get a copy for $14.99 on Amazon Prime shipping, brand spanking new copy. So I think they have plenty in stock. But what was the other thing I want to mention about this book? It's a thick book. No, got nothing. Oh, and this one had a lot of blurbs. Stephen S. Knight, Cliff Chang, Duncan Shavely, Joe Henderson, Christopher Cantwell, Duncan Jones. I know Vita Ayala had a blurb here, but I can't find it. It's online on the Amazon page. I'm gonna show you the artwork again, even though I know I already showed it off. But this one, thick book. I don't know if this was originally an online something or other, but I don't know. Nice thick trade though for a pretty cheap price. Yeah, it's a standard size hardcover, but good price. Alright, but that, as they say, is that. If you include the Kindle books, the Kindle trades, I got like, what, 24 comics total? But if you're counting the floppy, everything I just showed, not including the floppies, I got 19 graphic novels this month. Definitely better than last month. Blew last month completely out of the water. Even as far as doing the library books that the library books that I now own. Yeah, the library had I can get it, but I want to own it myself. As far as that is concerned, that has blown last month's out of the water. As far as just in general, it's blown last month's out of the water. But a damn good comic haul, and I'm completely satisfied with it. That I'd say is that. It's a nice little stack of books, and that's all I'm doing for today for filming. I just filmed all 3 of those videos back to back. It was the library books I'll be reading for the next few weeks. The last of the books that I showed off, because I want to do that. I want to always show off the comics I got this month in separate videos as the books come in separate little sets like I always have done. And then this video, the complete October 2024 graphic novel haul. A bunch of good stuff, regardless of how you feel about the author herself as a person. That is it. And again, a lot of these I'm waiting on. I was gonna wait until Christmas to get the Alex DeCampi books, but I decided, the hell with them. I'm getting it now, so I can afford it. Thanks in no small part to a $30 gift card from Knowledge Panel, which definitely helped out. It was the only reason I was able to get everything I wanted at once. I did have to sacrifice some books, but hey, that's what next month is for. And also the ones I put aside, I was like, oh no, not that one. No, I can wait for those. I still want them, but I can wait for those. 44 minutes, perfect. It's longer than the original cut. Alright, before I get cut off prematurely, I'm gonna end the video. But I want to see if No Mercy, for whatever reason, I feel like No Mercy was more than 14 issues. Like it got canceled prematurely. My comic shop. That's where I go to look these things up. That's the best way to look it up. Because Amazon is not the best way. Because there's no Kindle version of No Mercy. Even the trades are not available. Nope, 1 through 14. Nice. Alright. See you guys when I see you. I'm getting so much hate for getting Alex Gambic books. Oh well. No, oh well. Again, separate the art from the artist.